You made something good, but still people don't buy it and you can't figure out why. This was me a few months ago. I had a product I was genuinely proud of. I'd put real work into it and it just sat there. People would just visit my page, look around and leave without buying. And here's the part that's embarrassing to admit because I do it for a living. I had no real idea why. I had theories, I had guesses. I told myself stories about the pricing, the timing, or the algorithm. But I didn't actually know, I was guessing. And that guessing was costing me sales every single day. So in this video, I'm going to fix that on camera. I'm going to use a tool called Trooly to ask my customers why they buy and why they don't. And I'm going to show you the actual answers I got back. Some of them were not fun to read. Quick note, thank you Trooly for sponsoring this video. Everything I show you in this video is a real study that I ran on my own product with real results. Let's get into it. Let me explain you the actual problem. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. When we sell something, we write the words ourselves. We sit down and decide what sounds good. We pick the headline, the bullet points, and what goes at the bottom. But every single one of those choices is a guess. What does customer care about? The trouble is that you are the worst person to guess it. You're too close to your business. You know everything about your product, so you talk about what impresses you. But the customer doesn't care about what impresses you. They care about their own problem. So you end up with a gap. The thing that you put front and center is not actually the thing that they buy on. But you cannot see that gap in your analytics. Your numbers just show you that people are leaving. They don't tell you why. That silence is the most expensive thing in your business. I'm not new to this, so let me tell you what I tried before so you don't waste your time on the same things. First, I tried asking people. I'd send a quick message, hey, what stopped you from buying? The answers were polite and useless. People said, looks great, but I'll get it later. That tells you nothing. Then I tried surveys. I sent out a form with a bunch of questions. Barely anyone filled it out, and the ones that did just ticked the boxes. A survey tells you what, but it never tells you why. But that why is the only thing that changes your sales. The real version of this is hiring a research agency. They do proper deep interviews and they're good, but it takes 2 to 4 weeks and it costs you thousands of dollars. For most of us, running our own thing, that's just not happening. So we give up and go back to guessing. That's the trap. The cheap options don't work, and the ones that work are either too expensive or too slow. And that's exactly the gap that this tool fills. It completes full user research and delivers actionable insights in just 2 to 4 days, which saves you massive time and cost compared to traditional research. Here are 3 things that make it different from everything I have tried before. First, it's fast. It finishes the whole process in just 2 to 4 days. That's 3 to 5 times faster than traditional research. 2, it's cheaper. It costs over 50% of the cost of an actual research agency. And number 3 that I care about the most, it is practical. It goes beyond just collecting data. It gives you actionable insights that actually support a business decision. And that's the biggest shift here. AI isn't just a tool anymore. It's helping you making real business decisions. Trooly is a complete AI user research solution that replaces the traditional research workflow. Let me show you what it looks like. So this is Trooly. First, I set up the study. I tell it what I want to learn and exactly who I want to speak to. For me, that's the people who I want to buy my product. Notice I'm being specific. The more specific you are about who it interviews, the better results are coming back. Then I write a real question, the one I was too scared to ask my customers directly. Why would you actually pay for this and what made you walk away? That second half matters. The reason someone didn't buy is usually the exact thing that you need to fix. Then I let it run the interviews.
I mean, I went from being really passionate and excited about all the influencer stuff and having the time to do it. Even though the tools are helpful, you still have to do the editing.
Have you ever looked into hiring someone to edit for you, or does the cost just not make sense yet given where your revenue is?
I would love to hire someone to edit for me, but I just don't think I'm at a place where I'm generating enough revenue to do that.
What would it cost to hire a video editor at the level you'd need? Have you looked into rates, or is it still just a someday idea?
Look at this. This is a real back and forth. It's not a survey with checkboxes. It asks, the person answers, and then it digs deeper based on what they said, the way a good interviewer would. This is the part that used to eat my entire month. Finding people, booking calls, sitting through every single one, taking notes until my hand hurt. And now Trooly is doing all of this for me right now. And now here is the part that changes my business, the insights. Let me read you exactly what came back of my real report. And more importantly, what I could change based on every single one. This is the actionable part, not just data, we are making decisions. So look at what just happened. Sitting here 2 to 4 days just regularly at my desk, I went from guessing to knowing. I have the real reason people buy in their own words, and now I can actually take action on it. And that's the difference. It didn't just come back with data, it gave me directions. I know what some of you are thinking because I thought it too. Can you actually trust the research that AI runs? Isn't it just making things up? Here's how I think about it. The interviews are with the real people of your target audience. The AI isn't inventing the customers. It talks to your target audience and asks them questions. What it's good at is the part that humans are bad at, which is doing 100 of this without getting tired, and spotting a pattern across all of them without playing favorites. My rule is simple. I read the actual insights and I check them against reality. If something doesn't match anything I know about my customers, I dig in before I act. But the stuff that it surfaced wasn't random. It actually highlighted the things about my customers that I was ignoring. Let me be fair about who should use it. If you are selling something and the sales are slower than they should be, this is for you. If you are about to launch and you want to make sure that you spend ads on something that actually works, this is for you. If you are a creator, a founder, a team without thousands of dollars spare, this is for you. Who it's not for. If you already run deep customer interviews every single month and you know your buyer, you might not need it. But honestly, almost nobody is doing that. Most of us are guessing and calling it instinct. So let me bring it together. Why it beats the old way. Speed. 2 to 4 days instead of weeks of waiting. The cost is over 50% cheaper than a regular research agency for the same depth. For most of us, that's the difference for doing research or just winging it forever. And the big one, the practical value. It didn't just give me a spreadsheet and walk away, but it gave me practical insights that I could make my business decisions on. I'm not telling you to completely throw out your gut. I'm telling you to stop guessing when there is a quicker, faster, and more effective way than you know. Your good product is probably not selling because you are talking about the wrong thing, but your analytics will not highlight that. Asking people directly doesn't work, surveys don't go too deep, and agencies are simply too expensive. Trooly closes that gap. So here's your homework. Go run it on your product the same way I did it. Pick the one question you were scared to ask your customers and let it ask it for you. Here's how to start. Click the official link in the description and go to Trooly website. Sign up for a free trial. If this video was helpful, like, share, and subscribe to this channel. I'm going to keep showing you the exact tools I use to run my business. And I see you in the next video. Talk soon.